Well, the magic of the FA Cup was alive and well at the Moat side today. Merstham go through by virtue of a 2-1 victory against Raynes Vale. I'm James Barrett for Merstham TV. We are back and there's a new man in the hot seat, Tony Reid. Tony, you must be absolutely buzzing. What a way to win it. A tactical substitution that paid off. That's always good for a manager, isn't it?
Yeah, I say that. What a finish, by the way. His first touch. You know, what you do get from Dicko is that he works hard, he knows where the goal is. Hence why I probably brought him in. But he needs to work on his fitness, definitely. He blew out after 5 minutes with a gasket. I don't know how he done that. But we'll get him in training and we'll work on one-to-ones, and obviously he's got to do some runs and everything else. But generally speaking, yeah, good tactics.
What was it like coming into today? Because it's a bit strange to have an FA Cup match so early in the season. You know, it's the 5th of August. Not that you'd know it with the weather. How did you kind of plan this one out with Raynes Park, obviously on a bounce from getting promotion last season?
I know Raynes Park of old, but if I'm going to be brutally honest with you, I was pretty nervous because I had 8 out, injured. And looking at the squad was down to the bare bones, and, you know, you're scratching your head. I think I woke up double early this morning thinking, what am I going to do? Am I going to do this? Am I going to do that? But I think I just went with gut instincts, and I just thought, you know what? Let's try something. I know Raynes Park of old. I know some of their players and what they're like. But it wasn't about them. It was what we were capable of doing in the first half. I think we were a little bit disjointed. We weren't forcing the press. We were running everywhere. But I think it's the feel for the boys. I think it's their first, you know, senior game. And for them, could be a little bit of nerves. I'm not quite sure. Donny can tell me. But I think I tweaked it. I moved Lee Quincy from the number 10. Because I felt JR was just running around like a headless chicken. I put him in the 8, which he was much better, you know, going on to the ball, and that's what JR's good at doing, breaking up play. Lee's a bit cute, needs to work on his angles and everything else, but, you know, deliveries, free kicks and everything, he's spot on. But I'm not going to get carried away because it's the first game, but we've got a hell of a lot to work on. You know, we've got Tuesday, Thursday, you know, to work on a lot of things, our patterns, our set pieces, you know. To be fair, we only done set pieces on Thursday a couple of times, but now we need to drill it into the boys and be repetitive with it.
I mean, the set pieces really paid off at the 5th minute today, and Lee's put a cute ball in and Ruben's got his nut on it.
That's what I brought Ruben in for. He's got that massive head of his, hasn't he? But great delivery and a great finish. But again, collectively, these are what the boys are now set the bar. I think they've got to push themselves as well as me pushing them. Yeah. So we're not going to settle for anything less. We're just going to ensure that we make sure we get things right on and off the pitch.
Nice one. And just finally, obviously it's our first opportunity to have a chat on Merstham TV. I know it's absolutely pouring, but if I may, what represented the challenge for you to come to Merstham, and what are you looking to hope to build here?
I'm not going to be confident. Every time I've kind of sung my praises, I know my stock was high. I've had 3 bad stints, you know, since I left Westfield, and I think I just want to enjoy the football again, and I don't think I did. I think the last couple of opportunities hasn't been great. I think I made some bad choices, you know, and I had to sit down and reflect, you know, what was I doing well beforehand to make me come back and love the game, you know. And I felt when this opportunity came about and I spoke to the committee and the board, they just had that good feeling factor about them, you know. I had that Westfield feel about them, and for me that was important. And even though I was sitting there and I was asking questions, you know, they weren't really turning me down, like, kind of thing. They were like, everything was okay, yes. And I felt a little bit unexpected of that. Right. And whereas, you know, when you're talking to other boards and committees, you know, they tell you things that you want to hear, and, you know, and you don't know the exact setup. I know this setup's similar because you look at the history of the managers that's been here, you know, they've been here for a long time. So for me, they're going to get 110% and get my all. And I think they'll get the best out of me now because I've recruited well with my backroom team, which was most importantly. Okay, I was saying during pre-season, it's trial and error. You have to look at a lot of people, which I did. And then I had to make a lot of changes because it wasn't working, you know. I think a lot of people looked at us in pre-season and I thought, oh my God, here we go. Right. And it is what it is, but I know I'm a winner myself, so for me, the aim of this season is to be competing most and foremost. You know, I'm not going to get ahead of myself because I've done that last time, but I will be up there somewhere.
Excellent. Well, listen, you made the perfect start, and we're all really behind you, mate. Well done. Good stuff.